Did you know that Volkswagen, the world's largest car manufacturer, started out as a pet project of Adolf Hitler? Now, before you raise your eyebrows, let's dive into this fascinating story. Imagine it's the early 1930s, a time where only the elite could afford the luxury of a personal vehicle. Adolf Hitler, then the Chancellor of Germany, envisioned a different reality. He dreamt of a car that was not only affordable but also simple and reliable. A vehicle that could be mass-produced for his country's burgeoning road network. The idea was to create a people's car, or Volkswagen in German. A car that was economical yet robust enough to carry 2 adults and 3 children at a steady speed. Hitler's vision was not just about empowering the masses with mobility, but also supporting his grand plan of a nationwide autobahn system. So, the next time you're cruising in your VW, remember it was initially conceived as a people's car for Germany. Let's move on to the iconic car that became synonymous with the 60s counterculture, the Beetle. Can you imagine a car once conceived by Hitler's regime going on to become a symbol of peace, love, and freedom? Well, that's the paradoxical tale of the Volkswagen Beetle. Its journey from a dictator's dream to a counterculture icon is nothing short of extraordinary. In the 1960s, the Beetle was more than just a car. It was a statement, a symbol of rebellion against the mainstream. This quirky little car, with its unique design and affordability, was embraced by the youth of the era who were eager to challenge the status quo. They painted it in bright colors, adorned it with flowers, and drove it to anti-war protests. The Beetle became the unofficial vehicle of the counterculture movement, a symbol of a generation yearning for change. But how did this happen? How did a car designed for the masses under a fascist regime become a symbol of rebellion and freedom? Well, the Beetle's unique design played a big part in its popularity. Its rounded shape, unlike anything on the road at the time, gave it a distinct, almost human-like personality. It was cute, it was friendly, and it was different. And in a decade defined by change and individuality, different was good. Moreover, the Beetle was affordable. In an era of economic growth and increasing consumerism, the Beetle provided a cost-effective alternative to the big, gas-guzzling American cars of the time. It was a car for the people, from students to artists to free-spirited travelers. Its simplicity, reliability, and affordability made it a practical choice for the masses. The Beetle was more than a car. It was a cultural phenomenon. It captured the spirit of an era, embodying the values of freedom, individuality, and peace. Its legacy lives on, not just in the millions of Beetles still on the road today, but in the hearts and memories of a generation. Who knew that a car designed under Hitler's regime would become a symbol of peace and love? Now let's fast forward to 2015, when Volkswagen's reputation took a serious hit due to the infamous emission scandal. In this year, Volkswagen found themselves in hot water, the likes of which they'd never known. The company was accused of deliberately rigging diesel engines with software designed to cheat on emission tests. The scandal, coined as Dieselgate, shook the world and tarnished the Volkswagen name. In the blink of an eye, the car giant was facing billions of dollars in fines, regulatory reprimands, and a massive blow to its reputation. But as it often happens in life, with great crisis comes great opportunity. Amid the turmoil, Volkswagen took a step back to reevaluate its path. It wasn't an easy road, but they were determined to turn the scandal into a catalyst for change. So, what did they do? They shifted gears, quite literally, and began focusing on clean energy vehicles. Volkswagen made a bold pledge to become a global leader in electric vehicles. They started pouring billions into research and development, aiming to create cars that were not only emission-free, but also affordable to the average buyer. By 2020, they launched the ID.3, their first fully electric car built from the ground up. It was a gamble, yes, but it was a gamble that paid off. The ID.3 was a hit, garnering rave reviews and attracting a new generation of environmentally conscious consumers. Yes, it was a scandal that could have spelled the end for Volkswagen, but instead, they used it as a springboard to reinvent themselves and their brand. They turned a crisis into an opportunity, demonstrating to the world that it's not about the mistakes you make, but how you bounce back from them. And bounce back they did. As of today, Volkswagen stands as one of the biggest players in the electric vehicle market, a testament to their resilience and their commitment to a greener future. So despite being caught red-handed, Volkswagen managed to turn the scandal into an opportunity for growth. As we step into the future, Volkswagen is leading the pack with its focus on electric vehicles. If you thought Volkswagen was all about Beetles and Golfs, then you're in for a shock. And by shock, we mean electric shock, the good kind. Volkswagen is no longer just about combustion engines. In recent years, they've been making some serious noise in the electric vehicle market. The kind of noise that doesn't contribute to noise pollution because, well, it's electric. Their latest line of electric vehicles, known as the ID series, is making waves and charging up the competition. One of the most impressive achievements of Volkswagen in the electric era is their commitment to become carbon neutral by 2050. That's right, folks. They're not just about creating electric cars, they're about creating a healthier, greener planet too. They've got their sights set on a future where carbon footprints are a thing of the past and renewable energy is the new black. Their plans for the future are as ambitious as they are electrifying. They're not just stopping at electric vehicles, they're venturing into autonomous driving, smart mobility solutions, and even digital services. They're also investing in charging infrastructure because what good is an electric car if there's nowhere to plug it in, right? Volkswagen is also working on making electric mobility affordable for everyone. They believe that the future of mobility should not only be sustainable, but also accessible to all. They're not just creating cars, they're creating a movement, a revolution. So from a people's car to an electric car, Volkswagen continues to redefine itself, proving that it's always ready to adapt and evolve. They're not just a car company. They're a company that moves people, literally and figuratively. They're driving us into the future, and they're doing it in style, with zero emissions and a whole lot of electricity. Because, as they say, the future is electric, and Volkswagen is plugged in.